For the best experience, please use headphones or listen in a quiet environment. Overcoming life's hardest challenges, transform pain, and conquer fear. Ladies and gentlemen, let's dive straight into a topic that touches every single one of us. Challenges and uncertainty. Life throws curveballs, and sometimes it feels like we're up against an unbeatable opponent. But let me tell you this. Every single challenge, every ounce of uncertainty can be transformed into your greatest strength. So, why do bad things happen to good people? Why does it seem like the people who give the most often suffer the most? Here's the truth. Challenges are not punishments. They are opportunities. Opportunities to grow, to evolve, and to dig deep into the reservoir of your inner strength. Viktor Frankl, the Holocaust survivor and author of Man's Search for Meaning, once said, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." Think about that for a moment. Isn't it true that the hardest times have forced you to look within and redefine your limits? It's in those moments of pain that you discover who you really are, finding meaning in suffering. But here's the big question. How can we find meaning in suffering and hardship? How can we make sense of the chaos? The first step is to shift your mindset from why me to what for. What is this challenge here to teach me? How can I use this experience to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient? The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." This profound statement reminds us that our purpose, our why, can carry us through even the darkest times. Your why might be your family, your dreams, or the desire to make a difference in the world. Whatever it is, let it anchor you. To find meaning in suffering, you must also connect with gratitude. Think about the small victories even during tough times. Oprah Winfrey once said, "Be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough." Gratitude transforms pain into purpose. John F. Kennedy echoed a similar sentiment when he said, "When written in Chinese, the word crisis is composed of two characters. One represents danger, and the other represents opportunity. Even in crisis, there is a seed of possibility waiting for you to nurture it." Action item number 1. The next time you face adversity, ask yourself these questions. Write them down. 1. What lesson can I learn from this? 2. How can this make me stronger? 3. What steps can I take to turn this pain into power? 4. Who can I help or inspire with the lessons I've learned? 5. Create a gratitude list focusing on what remains positive in your life. This is not about toxic positivity. This is about recognizing that pain is part of the human experience, but suffering is optional. When you embrace this mindset, you reclaim your power, navigating uncertainty and making difficult choices. Let's talk about uncertainty. How many of you have found yourself stuck, paralyzed by fear, unsure of the next step to take? It's like standing on the edge of a cliff, afraid to leap because you don't know if there's solid ground below. But here's the secret. Uncertainty is where all growth begins. Tony Robbins once said, "The quality of your life is in direct proportion to the amount of uncertainty you can comfortably deal with." Let that sink in. Life doesn't come with guarantees. If you wait for certainty, you'll wait forever. Rumi, the 13th century Persian poet, wrote, "Try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you. And do not worry that your life is turning upside down. How do you know that the side you are used to is better than the one to come?" Embrace this wisdom. Change and uncertainty are the precursors to transformation. Uncertainty also builds courage. Nelson Mandela said, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear." Embrace uncertainty as a chance to cultivate bravery. Former President Theodore Roosevelt once said, "In any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing is the wrong thing. The worst thing you can do is nothing." This reminds us that taking action, even imperfect action, is better than remaining stagnant. So what do? You take action. You make a decision, even if it's imperfect. Why? Because action breeds clarity. Clarity breeds confidence. Confidence breeds results. Action item number 2. When faced with a difficult choice, do this. 1. Write down the pros and cons of your options. 2. Imagine your life 5 years from now if you make this decision. 3. Commit to taking one step forward, no matter how small. 4. Seek advice from someone you trust who has faced similar challenges. 5. Visualize the outcome you desire and take steps to move closer to it. 6. Practice mindfulness or meditation to quiet your fears and gain perspective. Remember, indecision is the enemy of progress. Don't wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. Failure, the path to success. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Failure. We've all been taught to avoid failure, to fear it, to run from it. But let me ask you this. Is failure truly necessary for success and growth? Absolutely. Without failure, there is no growth. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, was rejected by 12 publishers before her book became a global phenomenon. She once said, "It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default." Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the process. It's the fertilizer for your dreams. Every failure teaches you something valuable, what works, what doesn't, and most importantly, how resilient you are. Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest basketball player of all time, said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times, I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." Let that sink in. Failure builds champions. Action item number 3. Reframe your relationship with failure. Instead of asking, "Why did I fail?" ask, 1. What did I learn from this? 2. How can I use this experience to grow? 3. What's the next step I can take? 4. Keep a failure journal to document what each setback teaches you. 5. Share your story of failure and growth to inspire others. 6. Celebrate your efforts, even when the outcome isn't as expected. Write these answers down, reflect on them. They'll become your roadmap to success. Balancing hope and realism. Let's talk about balance, specifically balancing hope and realism. How do you keep your dreams alive while staying grounded in reality? Hope is the spark that ignites action. It's the belief that tomorrow can be better than today. Realism, on the other hand, keeps you grounded, focused, and adaptable. Jim Rohn once said, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment." Hope gives you the goal. Realism gives you the discipline to achieve it. Albert Einstein's words resonate here. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Let hope guide you, but let realism anchor you in action. Balancing these two forces requires regular self-reflection. Ask yourself, am I overly optimistic without a plan, or am I too cautious and holding myself back? Action item number 4. Practice balancing hope and realism by doing this. 1. Set a big, audacious goal that excites you. 2. Break it down into small, actionable steps. 3. Measure your progress regularly and adjust your plan as needed. 4. Celebrate small wins to stay motivated. 5. Create a vision board that combines inspiring images with actionable milestones. 6. Conduct weekly check-ins with yourself to ensure you're staying on track. This combination of hope and realism creates unstoppable momentum. It keeps you inspired and grounded at the same time. Turning challenges into triumphs. Now, let's tie this all together. Every challenge you face, every moment of uncertainty, every failure, they're all chapters in the story of your life. But here's the good news. You are the author of that story. You get to decide how it ends. Let me ask you, what's the story you want to tell? One of defeat or one of triumph? One of giving up or one of rising above? Helen Keller, who overcame immense challenges to become a symbol of hope and perseverance, once said, "Although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the overcoming of it." You have the power to overcome. You have the power to rise. Action item number 5. Reflect on the story you're currently living. If you don't like the way it's unfolding, rewrite it. Today, right now, commit to one change that aligns with the life you want to live. 1. Identify one area of your life where you want to make a change. 2. Set a specific goal and create an action plan. 3. Share your commitment with someone who will hold you accountable. 4. Journal daily about how you're progressing and what you're learning. Take action today. Before we wrap up, I want to challenge you to take action. Pick one of the action items we've discussed today and commit to it. Whether it's reframing failure, finding meaning in hardship, or taking one step forward in the face of uncertainty, start today. Don't just listen, act. And if this message has inspired you, if you found value in it, here's what I'd love for you to do. 1. Subscribe to this channel. It's your gateway to more empowering content that will help you unlock your full potential. 2. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Remember, consistency is key to growth. 3. Like this video and leave a comment. Share your biggest takeaway. Let's build a community where we inspire and lift each other up. Your support fuels this mission to create content that transforms lives. Together, we can reach more people, spread more hope, and make a greater impact. Thank you for being here, for showing up for yourself, and for choosing growth over comfort. Remember, challenges are the stepping stones to your greatest achievements. Embrace them, learn from them, and let them propel you to greatness. Until next time, stay strong, stay inspired, and keep moving forward.